All right, I shaved my beard,
Okay, so let me see.
but I shaved my eyebrow by accident.
All right, so let me see.
I know it looks really bad.
Bro, you have to show. You can't. You have to show our fans. No, you didn't. Where did you shave your eyebrow? You didn't
Nowhere.
shave your beard either. What are you talking? What are you talking? Why can't we just have a normal introduction? Like, why do
Yeah,
you have?
that's right. Sports talk number 4. Yep, that's right. In this talk, we're gonna be talking about NBA All Star snubs. That's right.
Okay, can you stop?
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna talk about the players who are not All Stars. Yep, that's right, because they are garbage.
What
That's right.
happened?
Yeah, that's right. My man Alex Caruso should have made it.
So we have a couple lined up. Our original first pick was going to be Devin Booker, but actually, Devin Booker got replaced. I mean Anthony Davis, who's injured currently, got replaced by Devin Booker in the All Star game. So Devin Booker actually made it. So round of applause.
That was a mistake. I ain't applauding to that. Anthony Davis should be in the All Star game. What's
He's
good with that?
injured. He's
What's good
injured.
with that? What's
He's
good with that?
injured.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Who
What's good
cares?
with that? He said. So
Who
you
cares
want
about
him
Devin
to play if
Booker?
he has a whole tear in his Achilles, or he
So,
has problems in his Achilles?
real men go out.
Are you dumb? If he plays, he could not walk and for the rest of his life if he injures himself again. So our first pick that we have is actually Brandon Ingram. So Jocko, what are your thoughts?
I think he's a deserving All Star. He was on an All Star team last year, I think. And this year, I think he should have also gone in. But of course, there's Zion on his team, and he's going to get all the media attention and attention around the world. So I'm not surprised that Zion's on the team and Brandon Ingram's not. But in terms of NBA play, Brandon Ingram should have been on the All Star team. I think he's a worthy All Star.
Yeah, I mean I agree. I honestly it's kind it would be kind of hard to choose between Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, so I'm not really sure what kind of gave that final push. Because Brandon Ingram, I have the statistics pulled up right here next to me. He's averaging 24 points, 5.3 rebounds, 4.8 assists. That's a pretty solid stat line. I think that's pretty all star deserving. But again, Zion is also doing really well. Also, I would like to apologize for my second sports talk where I said Zion was lazy because clearly he's doing pretty well. He's an all star, so he's not slacking. He's not slacking. I got called out for it, and I realized my mistake, so I'm sorry. But yeah, but I think that's definitely a hard thing to choose between Zion and Brandon Ingram. They probably chose Zion though because like, oh my God, Zion! Everybody's talking about Zion, and like Brandon Ingram, like, oh, who the hell is that bum, Brandon Ingram? Nobody cares about 24 points, but like we care about Brandon Ingram, so we're gonna give him our props. He's on our All Star team, right, Josh?
Yep, that's right. You're on our Mike Up Mike and Jock All Star team, Brandon Ingram. Welcome.
So the next player that we're considering an All Star snub is Trey Young. So which is kind of surprising. I mean, I've never seen somebody.
Who was picked? Who's the All Star? Who's the point guard All Star on the East?
I think Chris Paul. Chris Paul.
No, it can't be Chris Paul. He's in the West.
Oh shoot.
Man, what's wrong with you? Yo, put that in. Put that in the video. Don't kill that.
But
No,
how,
that's what I'm saying. Like, who was picked other than who was picked out of the point guards?
Ben,
That's what I'm saying.
Ben Simmons, James Harden,
Kyrie.
Kyrie's on the starters though. But yeah. So I don't know because that's kind of tough because
Oh,
they've all been doing pretty good, but like
I don't know. I would have. God.
I guess if they take into account that like the beginning when Trey Young was kind of doing like because you remember when he was like having like
Yeah, he did get off to a really slow start in the beginning, but he did pick it up lately as soon as Gallinari was injured. So he had to step up his game.
yeah, I mean clearly he did with that 27 points he got, bro. Like that's crazy, and 9.5 assists. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
God.
is Ben Simmons really like that? Well, I mean, I guess they're also taking like records into account because 76ers, I believe mm,
First.
they're first.
They're first in the East.
Yeah, the 76ers are first in the East, and the Hawks are like I don't even think they're in the playoff picture right now.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't think so. But Trae Young, he's deserving because he's very talented. His offensive game is just up there with the elites. His 3-point range is in the going inside the post is great. Everything about him is great as a player. His passing is great. So
He does
he's also deserving.
he does whatever he wants when he gets on
Yeah,
the
and especially with that size and that body of his, I don't understand how he's not more like muscled more, not bullied more.
Yeah.
So props to him.
I feel like in the coming years he's definitely gonna be like an all-star starter, honestly, because he was an all-star starter last year. But I mean, I think that honestly, like the same way that Steph Curry like revolutionized the game, I think that Trae Young is gonna do the same thing. Because like nobody, no, I'm serious. No, like okay, think about it. After Stephen Curry, the game became, as you said a million times in like one of the episodes, I think in the first one, you were like offensive, offensive, offensive. It's become a very offensive game. But why? What drove it? Steph Curry. Literally, Steph Curry revolutionized the game. So I feel like the same way, Trae Young is going to revolutionize the game, and in the future, he's going to have a lot of outstanding performances that really going to shock people. He's
I
pulling
mean,
up.
we'll see. We'll see.
He's pulling up from the logo. James, you can't even pull up from under the hoop.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Big Mike. I can't.
So the next player we got on the list is Domantas Sabonis. But before anything, Julius Randle 1,000,000% deserved it to be an all-star. I don't want to hear anything. He is a great player, better than Domantas Sabonis. He could beat him in anything, and he definitely deserves that all-star spot. Domantas Sabonis is a great player, and he is a snub. But if you say anything about Julius Randle and Domantas Sabonis deserving it more than Julius Randle, you can get out of the Zoom call because I think
the reason why Sabonis didn't make the All-Star team is because Indiana's not box office. Like they don't have any box office players.
What does that mean, box office?
Like I don't see them on like ESPN often or like on TNT. Like they're not on national televised games. Like I don't see them often. Like nobody talks about Indiana Pacers like that. Like they don't have any box office players. Like they don't have any players that attract people to watch them.
But not. I mean, I would. Yeah. I mean, the Knicks only have one game that was supposed to be broadcasted on ESPN this year.
Yeah, but the Knicks are in New York. It's different.
Yeah.
Nobody sees what he does, and he is very underrated. I see him sometimes putting up 20 points, 20 rebounds.
Bro, 36 points the other night against the Timberwolves, 16 rebounds, 10 assists. That's a whole triple-double. So that's great.
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah,
he's very deserving, but he's very underrated. Very, very underrated.
I guess the reason maybe also because the Pacers have been in like the same position since like Paul George left. They haven't, nothing has changed about them in terms of like where they are in the playoffs and all that stuff.
True, yeah.
Like compared to the Knicks, like the Knicks, like obviously they were bad like the past few years, but now they're like middle of the pack. So like obviously Julius Randle is the person who's in charge of like elevating the team like that. So that's why I think also that Julius Randle is really deserving because nobody ever elevated the Knicks like that since 2013 or something like that. So
no, Julius Randle is very deserving. He really broke out this year.
Next player we got on the list is Bam Adebayo. Did you know his name is not actually Bam? His name is Idris Femi Adebayo.
Wow. Yeah. Where does Bam come from?
I don't know. I think it's like a nickname.
I was surprised that Bam Adebayo did not make the All-Star team. That was very surprising because I remember the Miami Heat were with injuries. They had also players on the COVID list, and he was basically their leader. Like he was taking it over. He was running their offense. He was playing hard-nosed defense. He was essentially the point guard of their offense. Basically, everything ran through him. And then when I saw that he didn't get selected for the All-Star team, I thought that was a little strange because I thought he was more deserving than Jimmy Butler, who also didn't make the All-Star team. But Bam Adebayo should have been an All-Star. That was a mistake.
You know what I feel like? Again, it's like, what I feel was another deciding factor in that, like, just like the overall performance of the team. Because now the Heat are picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
In the beginning, they had a terrible start. They were like,
they were horrible.
And like for them to go from literally in the finals competing with one of the best teams in the NBA and not even getting swept, like they went 4-2, so they won 2 games. to being the 10th seed, 11th seed. Like obviously, like you could be a good player, but if you're not a player who elevates your team and like makes them a better team in your conference or whatever, then people are gonna say you're not deserving of an all-star. But obviously now, they're all picking it up. They're all doing a lot better, working more cohesively.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
turning out a lot better. The last player that you already mentioned, kind of, but we could just like touch up on him a little bit more, is Jimmy Butler. So yeah, I mean, basically you said it yourself. He was injured a little bit. It's a little bit tough to have somebody who had that kind of start, but he is a really good player. He has that. What I really appreciate about Jimmy Butler is he has that like mental energy. He brings a lot of energy to the team in general. Like whenever Jimmy Butler's playing, everybody's playing like their hardest. Like
Yeah,
they're playing basketball out of their heart and their soul. You know what I mean? Everybody's like active, 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 and he gets
yeah,
home.
yeah,
He's a leader. So, but I mean, listen, those injuries, no one can do anything about that. So hopefully next year.
yeah. Jim Butler is the leader of that team. He does a little bit about everything. Also, plays very hard-nosed defense. He's very big for a guard. Very good offensively lately. I think some of his numbers that he's been posting like close to a triple-double the last couple of games. He's definitely up there in assists. He's like, yeah. So
Freaking 10, 11, 13, 5, 9, 10. That's the past couple of games.
yeah. So Jimmy Butler, unfortunately, I think he was on the COVID list and he missed a lot of games. So that's probably one of the main reasons why he didn't make the All-Star team. Is just he just wasn't part of many games.
Yeah.
But I mean that sucks. But it's in the world that we live in right now.
Do you think anybody didn't deserve it, or because I think that I think everybody deserves it here. I don't see anybody who.
I was a little surprised by Chris Paul.
Why?
I don't know, but I was a little surprised by Chris Paul making it. Only because, so I was surprised that Chris Paul made it at first and not Devin Booker. Because Devin Booker, in my opinion, yes, Chris Paul has been very helpful to the Suns, but in my opinion, Devin Booker has really stepped up his game this year. And I was very shocked that Chris Paul was picked over Devin Booker, because I think Devin Booker is the leader of that offense.
Yeah, no, he is. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like the Brandon Ingram and Zion situation, because they're both like great players. They both bring a lot to their team. They're both elevating.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like who deserves it a little bit more. And I guess Chris Paul has that edge for whatever reason. Also because like Chris Paul, I guess, is like more like decorated. He's
Yeah.
more, he has like a bigger history. Devin Booker was on the Suns for what, like 5 years or
Yeah. Chris Paul's already proven, he's a veteran's vet. So I'm not like, I am surprised, but I'm not surprised at the same time that he made the All-Star team.
for sure. All right, but okay, so who's the team of the week?
Team of the week? Whew. I gotta say either the Jazz or the Nets. I'm probably gonna go with the Nets. The Nets.
I'll have to give the edge to the Jazz though, because are we gonna talk about what happened last night, or
No, we're not.
no, we're not.
We're not. I'm not going there.
30
I'm not going there right now.
You don't want to talk about a 30-point loss?
Man, yo.
You got absolutely obliterated.
Okay, we're not healthy right now.
Ooh, but you guys have a good team regardless, no?
Man, we're missing Anthony Davis and Dennis Schroeder.
Okay, you got Marc Gasol, right? He's the best player.
But I think the team of the week is the Nets. The Nets have been very good lately, especially without Kevin Durant. I think they're on a 7-game winning streak.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and James Harden and Kyrie have been going off, especially James Harden, because I think he recorded like either his 6th or 7th triple-double with the Nets already.
James Harden, right?
Yeah, the only reason why I know that is because he's on my fantasy, so I've been keeping up.
Nah, I'm honestly giving him props. Like when he first got traded to Brooklyn, I thought it was gonna be a mess. I thought it was gonna be like a complete disaster.
Nah.
But I'm really happy for James Harden. He adapted correctly and he's doing great. And like
yeah, that team is starting to shape form.
Oh. I have my team of the week actually.
Who?
The Washington Wizards. 5-game winning streak. 5-game winning streak. And also, I have to mention that they did beat the best team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, 127 to 124. So
How'd you memorize the score?
because I wanted to say it to you. So you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Us Knicks fans are mad hype right now because the Lakers are no, I mean obviously we
We'll see who's there at the end.
AD. What?
We'll see who's there at the end.
You guys could be at the end this year, but trust me, in a couple of years, bro. I told everybody. I told all my friends, my family, my grand sisters, my ancestors, bro. I told everybody that in last year. I told them in 3 years the Knicks are making the finals. You will see. I said 3 years, right? And guess what happened the year after that? Boom, we're in the middle of the pack. Guess what happens next year? Boom, we're second seed. Boom, we're first seed. And guess what? Wait, that's already 3 years. Oh, wait, okay, wait. No. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming back to another sports talk. We really appreciate you guys joining us. My name is Mike Up Mike. That's Jock, and we hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.